Well, rising oil prices are expected to be one of the main contributors to inflation in Australia during the September quarter. Joining me is business reporter Edward Boyd. Ed, good morning. The inflation numbers will be released on Wednesday. Economists are predicting inflation will rise more than 5%.
Yeah, we know inflation has been slowly coming down since the December quarter last year when it peaked at 7.8%. But the expectation this week, we'll get the quarterly numbers for the September quarter, so the 3 months up till September this year. The expectation from economists is inflation will be about 5.3%, and a lot of that is due to oil prices. You can see here over the past 3 months, oil prices are up a bit over 13%, but in the last couple of weeks, they've really skyrocketed. Obviously, the last couple of weeks is October, so that's not included in the September quarter. But we know oil prices clearly affect Australians at the petrol pump. We saw transport costs in the previous couple of months rising due to higher petrol prices. And that's really going to be the main contributor to inflation during the September quarter. Remember, it's a number that is looked at very closely by investors and by the Reserve Bank of Australia. The cash rate has been kept on hold for the past couple of months at 4.1%. But if inflation comes in higher than anticipated, then it's pretty likely, or there is a chance at least, that Reserve Bank may need to lift interest rates again in our economy to really bring down inflation, because their modelling shows inflation will be around, they're expecting it to be around the 4% level by the end of this year. Currently, if it does come in at 5%, that's still got a long way to go to get to 4%. So it's going to be interesting to see how these figures play out on Wednesday. So they'll be released Wednesday morning by the Bureau of Statistics, Danica.
And Ed, this week, Reserve Bank Governor Michelle Bullock, she's got 2 public appearances, a speech and then an appearance before Parliament.
Yeah, this is a big week for RBA Governor Michelle Bullock. Obviously, she started in the role a few weeks ago, back in September. But basically, she's got a speech tomorrow night before a Commonwealth Bank conference. There's no topic has been released yet, but that's obviously will be closely watched by the markets. But then later this week, she has a big public appearance before Parliament. She's done these plenty of times before, sitting side by side with the former Governor of the RBA, Philip Lowe. But this is basically a chance where she sits before senators and they basically throw whatever questions they want at her and her executive team for a few hours. So it's one that a lot of people closely watch, and you get a lot more interaction between the governor and MPs, and there's a lot of hot topics that get covered. But obviously, with inflation coming out on Wednesday and the appearance coming after that, expect inflation and the cash rate to be top of mind, and the main subject are discussed later this week when she appears.
Okay, Boyd, thank you for the update.